Remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to your protection or implored your help or sought your intercession was left unaided. Inspired with this confidence, we fly unto you, O Virgin of Virgins, my mother. To you I come, before you I stand, sinful and sorrowful. O Mother of the Word incarnate, despise not my petitions, but in your mercy hear and answer me. Ayan. So, let's talk about the Jubilee. What is the Jubilee year? And what can it do for you? How can it help you increase in certain ways? So let's start off by showing you this video of me playing around with these beads, no? And basically, naaaliw ako kasi ang dami-dami niya. Tapos, nakaka-relax gawin mo yan. Tapos, this is what it looks like. It's really a disorganized thing. So, I'm showing this to you. Maybe you think your life is like this, or maybe you think last year looked like this, and you want this year to look more like this, organized in order: January, February, March, April, May, June. So instead of a life like this, of kalat-kalat na beads, maybe it's time for you to prepare your life. So, it looks like this. So one of the ways to do that is to learn from people who have done it before, organizations who've done it before, who are very successful in doing this. And I'm not talking about their a recent done it before. Yung sabi, ay, merong bagong speaker ngayon, maraming Facebook ads ngayon, nagsishare daw siya ng way para kumita ka sa internet, ganyan-ganyan. And I did see an ad like that before. That's not what I mean. I also don't mean something like this. This looks very old, but this is a ninth seal or shield. You might call it a logo. Actually, this is a church logo. But it looks ancient because it's literally old, but 1992 is not that old. What I'm talking about is somebody or something older than that, where we can learn how to move our life from this one, kagulo-gulo, to this one, maayos. And one of those would be something that came from really, really a long time ago, 1499. That's the year this logo was created. I won't explain what it is, but it is a very old logo. And I noticed one, 1499, is very different from this one from 1992. They're both ancient na parang logo, but this one is suspiciously very simple. And that is our mindset ngayon, ano? This 2025, would you like a complicated approach to life, or would you like a simple approach to life na nagtatagal? So ito yung mindset natin, that we approach 2025 with this kind of mindset na magtatagal talaga yan. Hundreds of years. Okay. This is literally 500 plus years. Okay. Old. All right. Let me talk about the Jubilee quickly. So behind me is Santa Clara de Montefalco. This is in Pasig. It's massive church, ganda. They're not even finished painting the interior of the church. They started painting it nung pandemic. Bottom line, in this year, 2025, they call it the Jubilee year, you are encouraged to go visit the Jubilee churches. They gave a list, a very long list of Jubilee churches to visit. Tapos yung iba, per diocese, meron silang seven. This around the world, there are 7 churches in the diocese. Everybody in that diocese is encouraged to visit all the churches. Now, why should you visit the churches? Don't worry, it is just a pilgrimage. In other words, magta-travel ka, ganon. Pero instead of going to Rome, which is actually encouraged today during the Jubilee year, alam naman ng tao na hindi naman lahat ng tao afford mag-going to Rome. So, this concept of visiting the churches, visita iglesia, during this year was introduced para you can do a pilgrimage without leaving your country. You can even just do it by walking. And bakit mo gagawin yon? Well, first of all, to get familiar with the churches. Number 2 is to gain something called a plenary indulgence. I think requirements for doing this, one of the requirements will be visit the church. It's called the Jubilee Church. Pass through the front door. They have something called a parang Jubilee door, no? Or holy door. You have to find that in the church and you have to pass through it. Very simple thing to do. If you do visit the church, you do all of these things with the right intention. So confess your sins, receive Holy Communion, may or may not be in the same church, basta in the same day, or within 20 days of you visiting the church. Then you also have to have the right disposition, meaning to say, you're not sinning, you're not attached to sin, you're not planning on sinning big sins, small sins, venial or mortal sins. tama yung disposition ng puso mo, you kind of like admit that you love God and it shows in your life, even in your life na wala kang witness, walang nakakakita sa'yo. Tapos, you also pray for the Pope's intentions. It's as simple as saying, this rosary that I'm doing today, I'm offering 10 beads, 10 Hail Marys for the Pope's intention. You can also do a simple Our Father to. So you're going to say the Our Father, or even just, I'm offering this Our Father for the intentions of the Pope. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Pag ginawa mo ito, confess, mag-communion ka, right disposition ka, tapos you pray for the Pope's intention, even with an Our Father, then, kahit nga Hail Mary, then you can get a plenary indulgence. I'll define that later kasi that's not the point. The point is, visiting the churches allows you to go back to the church, lalo na kung sanay, tapos magdadala ka ng family members, masasanay sila, plus meron ditong invitation to confess, which is part of the Catholic Church belief na mag-confess ka naman bago ka mag-communion. Okay, hindi yung... The assumption really is within 1 year, you probably did a few mortal sins, i-confess mo yan, and do it often, yung confession. Okay? Now, all of these things, if you notice it, it looks like wala siyang bayad. Correct. Number 2, it draws you closer to God, draws you closer to the Christian life. Correct. Now, doing a physical visit to a church obviously draws you closer to the physical church and to the physical people there. Nandun yung choir, makikita mo, yung pare, makikita mo, yung mga youth, makikita mo, yung beggars, makikita mo, lahat ng aspect ng church. Yung dumi ng courtyard, yung linis ng courtyard, yung ganda ng paintings, yung smell ng incense, yung kandila, yung dilim, yung liwanag ng simbahan, makikita mo lahat yun. All of those brings to your senses church or God. That's the purpose of these massive churches, so you would look up. Kaya matataas yan, so you would look up. Kasi looking up is a sign of, oh, this is what you do when you pray. You look up kasi that's where, quote-unquote, in the heavens. So, punta tayo ngayon quickly dun sa indulgence. By this time, you probably heard so many people defining what an indulgence is. I'll just straightly tell you what it is and pas na magagawa o para explain yan. Bottom line is, if you take your time this year to visit one church and do all of this. Hindi ka lang pupunta doon para mag-take ng pictures. You do all of this. You grow closer to God. Ang binibigay sa'yo ng Catholic Church is, hindi ko nilagay. Plenary indulgence, meaning to say, yung sins mo na, in other words, is like you will skip being purified in purgatory. It's the same concept as, especially in Korean households, yes? They will automatically remove their shoes and go inside the house because outside shoes sa loob ng bahay. Same concept, plenary indulgence and purgatory. The part of removing the shoes, ang ibig sabihin lang nun, mahirap kasing yung part na yon, yung removing the shoes or purgation or purification. It's gonna be hard and additional suffering for the Catholic. Okay? So, kung gusto mo matanggal yung purification, purgation time na yon, and God just says, okay, welcome here, you do this. This is God's version of suffering. Mukha bang suffering? Visit a church. Mag-confess ka, yeah. Mag-communion ka, yeah. Don't sin, yeah. Mukhang suffering yan, di ba? Pray for the Pope, tapos disagree ka pa kay Pope. All of those, ito na yung suffering na ginagawa mo. And ito yung sinasabi ni Jesus na, take my burden, but because my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Ito na yung light. Gets? Mag-pray ka, mag-confess ka, mag-Holy Communion ka. Yan na yung light burden. Tapos, dinagdag na lang ng church, syempre, is visit the churches. Now, this is only for this Jubilee year. You can actually get a plenary indulgence by doing the rosary and this at home. So, hindi mo kailangan talaga pumunta sa simbahan para magka-rosary, magka-plenary indulgence. But, since it's the Jubilee year, alam nga naman sabihin ko sa'yo, mag-rosaryo ka sa bahay. Go out there and visit the churches. Okay? The original plan for the Jubilee year was go to Rome and visit sa mga holy doors or Jubilee churches sa Rome. Hindi mo kaya yon, hindi mo pa na-imagine, wala ka pang, yung bucket list na pang Roma, pang aeroplano, pang lahat. Then you can just do all of this and visit the churches in the Philippines. Okay? Siyempre, bawat simbahan, gumawa sila ng sarili nilang. So that's the plenary indulgence that's gonna happen if you celebrate the Jubilee year with us throughout the year. Bring your family if you have children and spouse, no? Dalhin mo sila, explain mo sa kanila lahat ito. Tapos, sige, mag-away kayo. Hindi ka naman totoo yung purgatory na yan eh. Oh, sige, wag ka maligo. Not you cleaning you. God cleaning you. The plenary indulgence is God quickly removing that pain part of your purification para pasok ka agad sa heaven. Ginawa ko na magtatanggal ng sapatos mo, pumasok ka na dito. Ang pagtanggal ng sapatos, purification, impurities, is masakit ang tanggal. I'm just doing a analogy for humans. Nobody has been to purgatory. Nakilala ko personally para ma-interview ko, kamusta naman? Kasi you have to die first to go there. Bottom line, everything I'm doing is imperfect analogies, okay? Bottom line, just read your Bible. If you don't believe na meron palang purification like silver is and gold is burned, so the man, I'm quoting from the Bible, 2 Thessalonians 3:15, I think. 2 Thessalonians 3:15. A man will be saved, but his works will be burned away if it is not, if it is not parang acceptable to God. So, yun yung mga bad things na ginagawa. Na, may punishment pa kasi, alam mo naman, pag sinaktan ka ng isang tao, there's still that thing, kahit finorgive ka niya, there's still that thing. Kaya inisip mo, dapat analogy. I'm not here to talk about plenary indulgence, just to talk about this one, the Jubilee year. So, that is something we can look forward to. Thank you so much for listening to my simple rambling about the Jubilee year. I'll be making more videos like this. If you want to hear more about the Jubilee year, show you the churches and stuff like that, because I have lots of pictures of these things, these churches, then let me know.